guys, it's Michelle and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is Michelle and Aline, your ultimate destination for two sisters and a whole lot of fun. And today we have an especially exciting video because I copied Alex Centomo'S Instagram for a week. And if you guys don't know, I've been a fan of Alex for years now. She was definitely one of the first YouTubers that I began religiously watching. Everything she posts, I'm obsessed with, and obviously she has a banging Instagram presence as well, and I definitely take a lot of inspiration from her. She keeps this air of realness in everything she posts without compromising aesthetic, which is really important to me because I oftentimes feel conflicted between being real and being aesthetically pleasing in my content. But anyways, a few thoughts on the challenge before we dive into comparing my photos to her photos. I first want to say that I don't live in Montreal. I don't even live in Canada. I live in Montana, which yes, is quite close, but it's still a completely different location. So I obviously could not travel to the destination of her backgrounds, so I had to get a little bit creative, but I think that makes it a little bit more fun. I also did not purchase anything to make this video, so I want to make that really clear. So all of the clothes were my own. I had so much fun doing this challenge and it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I'm pretty proud of the work that I did. So I'm excited to share these photos with you. Why don't we just get started now? Alright, so photo number one. I knew for sure right off the bat that I wanted to do at least one photo sitting in a restaurant or a coffee shop. So I'm wearing my little beret from Urban Outfitters, this sweater that I originally got at H&M. I'm wearing these Topshop jeans and then this little Madewell belt, which I might take off because she's not wearing a belt. I know there aren't menus at the coffee shop where I'm going, so I might take like a planner or a notebook to put down on the table to recreate that. And of course, I'm gonna throw on my circular glasses as well to really top off the picture. We're at the location now, and Aline just finished taking great pictures of me. Wow, this lighting is phenomenal. And so she took great pics, was really efficient, and gave great direction. And now my avocado toast is gone, but I had an avocado toast. Aline's snacking on some avocado toast. And then I got this beautiful latte in a mason jar. So here are our photos side by side, and I think that I would rate myself, let's see, let's do it out of 5 stars. So 5 stars is obviously the best. I think that I'm right off the bat honestly gonna give myself 5 stars because I love how this photo came out. Obviously I do have an avocado toast in this photo and I don't have the menus that she has. Considering that I don't have the same clothes as her or the same destination as an option, I think that I did a really good job. Obviously, like, my head tilt is a little bit off, my eye direction is a little bit off, and my hand placement is just a tiny bit off. I still think that this just knocked it out of the park. Alright, so photo number 2. I could not do this challenge without including an Alex Centomo hair/bed pic because I feel like that's another iconic Alex choice. This one definitely stuck out to me because it was very simple, I thought it was very doable, but it turned out to be quite the opposite. You look very uncomfortable, just not that much. Bring your head down a little bit. Try to fix your hands. I'm trying to engage my core, but it's so hard. No! This is what you're doing. Your wrists are doing something dumb. Yes, keep angle straight, but not too. Oh, your elbows are pointy. Okay. But keep the fingers kind of relaxed. Like, you're doing the finger thing again. Why? No! How many times have I told you, Michelle? These do not go in your hair. That's not natural. One of them rests. Pretend like you're about to run your hands through your hair with this one hand. But you're not there yet. You're going to, but you haven't run them there. So it's like it's delicately placed on the scalp, and this one's about to follow suit. I've never have done that in my life. Here, let me show you. It's clearly like this. Like. Well, lift up your neck. That looks nothing like it. Look, this is what you did. I like it. You like it. I think it's much more on point than what you're doing. You're not doing the right angle. You're above me. Okay, let's try it again. This is not Aline who creates Alex Centomo'S pictures. This is Michelle who creates Alex Centomo'S pictures. Okay, let me stare at her again. So these are the photos side by side, and honestly, when they first were taken, I was pretty disappointed with how they turned out. It's just difficult when the lighting can't possibly be the exact same, because obviously like your window placement is going to be different, the time of day might be different, so that was another big challenge. But once I put them side by side, I actually was a lot more proud of how this turned out. Obviously, it's really hard when her background is so simple and so clean. The bed frame, the lamp, the painting in the background, that obviously was very tricky, and when you put it together side by side, it comes off as a little bit more of a contrast. But that being said, I think that my pose came out pretty good, although it was a struggle. I could not get the hands quite right. I ended up just putting them in my hair instead of floating above, because for some reason I just could not, like being at that angle, I could not envision it. My hair definitely isn't as perfectly curled as hers. I don't know how she does it, because her curls just look flawless. So it has its pros, it has its cons. I think I'm going to be pretty picky with my rating for this one, and I think I'm going to give it like a solid 3.5. So while I had my sister helping me out with that previous hair bed photo, I knew I had to throw in another one just to hit two birds with one stone. So I went with this one, which I'm pretty sure she took the exact same day as the other one. So I went ahead and did the same thing. So here are our two photos side by side. I feel like our hair differences are just a lot more obvious. The light is coming from a completely different direction. I did take down the painting for this one though, so props to me. I will say though, I think that our poses are exactly the same, so I'm gonna give myself extra points for that. I'm gonna give myself a hefty 4 for this one. Photo number 4. I chose to do this at a very awkward time of year where I had to stick to more urban photos because it is really ugly outside. Like, it's very gray and brown, and there were no pretty spots to take nature-y photos. But that being said, it did force me to get more creative, and it did help me narrow down my choices, so I decided to go for more urban looks, as you probably have caught on by now. So these are the photos side by side. Obviously, I don't have the exact same pieces that she's wearing, so that was one thing that does bother me looking back a little bit, because it's not exactly the same, clearly. But also the point of this is to show you guys that you can recreate photos or take photos in a similar style without having to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. I want to show you guys that, like, you can be a real person like me who's not a famous YouTuber, and you can take Alex Centomo'S style photos. So that's something to keep in mind throughout this video as well. Some things that I love about this photo are that I think that I got the pose pretty spot on, and obviously the backdrop looks really, really similar. I don't like my weird crab claw that I've got going on in this photo. That's probably the thing that bothers me the most. I wish I would have had more of a relaxed hand. Probably would make this a solid, like, 4. I'm gonna go with 4. So for photo number 5, Aline and I voyaged over to the airport because I wanted to recreate this photo. I love this photo. This was definitely a photo that was stuck in my mind when thinking back on Alex Centomo'S Instagram photos. Now? Yes. Oh, hi guys. It's me, Aline, here to guest star on this here vlog.
She's the mastermind behind the photos.
Behind the vision. I take my job very seriously. I don't know if you've noticed thus far, but the photos are pretty accurate in angle and tone and overall composition, and that is because of moi.
What do you think?
Pretty dang good.
I'll smile a little bit more and lift my thumb up.
Other than that,
Oh, and like I don't like how my foot is
Yeah.
hanging.
yeah, that was my other point.
Her leg is a little bit more like that, I think.
Yes.
So like that?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Is the foot to the side like that?
No, the foot is
To this
more,
side?
No, it's like this.
A little forward.
I really like that last one.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yay! That was so easy.
These are the two photos side by side, and I have to say, I'm really proud of how this turned out. The editing was a little bit trickier because I'm pretty sure she used a different style of editing, but I think I nailed it with the clothes, the background, the composition. My sister did a wonderful job. She did a wonderful job throughout this entire process. Honestly, this was like half her work. I do see that like my knee is a little bit in a different angle than hers is, and so is my hand. And obviously like the editing is not exactly the same, the lighting isn't exactly the same, but I am dang proud of this work, and I think that I'm going to have to give myself like a 4.5. Do I deserve that? I don't know. All right, so photo number 6 was one that I actually took myself, so it's not one of my full self, but it does include part of my body. So I did recreate this photo because I thought it would be an easy filler photo, to be honest. I looked at it and said, yep, I own white sneakers, distressed jeans, and a gray sweater, and I own a bed. So I went for it, and I think that it actually turned out quite well. I'm definitely not as tan as her in this photo, and the sneakers are obviously quite different. The jeans are pretty much exactly the same, which I was really proud of. Obviously the like shades are slightly different, but I think that the rip is like in the exact same spot, which is crazy. The sweater is a little bit lighter and the sleeve isn't as long, but I think that I did a pretty good job. I think I'm giving myself like a 4. I think that that deserves a 4. All right, so photo number 7. I think that this is one of my favorite ones, not because it's necessarily exactly the same, but I'm just really proud of how determined my sister and I were to get this shot, and we worked really, really hard to make the photo come out as good as it did. So this is the photo I did. This is another one that when I think about Alex Centomo, this photo pops up in my head. I love this photo. She took it in Notting Hill in London, and I just think it's so cool. It's clearly really Alex. I definitely knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge without having access to Notting Hill. And then I also don't own a brown leather jacket. So these are the photos side by side. I am so proud of how this one turned out because I faced a lot of adversity with not having a brown leather jacket, which I feel like could be a huge obstacle when trying to recreate this photo. But I chose a light wash oversized denim Levi's one because I thought that if I was going to swap it out for any jacket, I should go with an oversized denim jacket because I thought that that was so Alex. Another obstacle that my sister and I faced was that the lighting was horrible the day we took these pictures. Like there were sunbeams from all these different directions, and Alex clearly took this on an overcast day, so we were really stressing. But I think it came out so well besides that, and I think that like the editing made it look really good, definitely whitened the heck out of those bricks. I think that I have to give myself like a 4.5. I'm taking away 0.5 points because I don't have the exact same jacket or even a brown leather jacket to begin with, but other than that, I think that it's pretty good and I'm so proud of how it came out. So that is my week of copying Alex Centomo'S Instagram for a week, and I definitely have a few things that I learned. I learned that it is so hard to take Instagram photos regularly of yourself. And Alex's feed is mainly photos of herself and her outfits, which props to that girl because it is hard work. Like trying to find somebody to take photos of you is a struggle. Another thing I learned is that you don't have to go out and buy a completely new wardrobe or travel to Montreal to take Instagram photos like Alex Centomo. Obviously what she does is incredible, and I'm not discounting that at all. But I definitely think that with some hard work and some creativity, you can definitely recreate these photos yourself. If you enjoyed this video and you want a little bit more deets on my experience with this challenge, I wrote a blog post all about this as well, which will be linked down below, and it will be up tomorrow. So I'm uploading this on a Sunday, and the blog post will be up on Monday. If you want to tweet this video at Alex or like tag her in it on Instagram or on Instagram stories or anything, just like share it with her. I would love for her to see this video because I worked so hard on it, and honestly Alex is definitely one of my main inspirations for doing YouTube and Instagram and all of that, so I love her so much. She's amazing, such a style icon, such a overall queen. So that would really mean a lot to me because I sure as heck am going to be trying to get her to notice it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you'd be interested in me doing more of these videos, I really want to do Test Christine, especially after I move to New York, which I don't know if these videos are already out. Trends come and go so fast on YouTube that I can't really keep up, but if you guys are still interested and don't care how late these videos go up, I would love to do more fun Instagram challenges like this for you guys. So let me know your thoughts down below. I really appreciate your feedback, and give this a like. You can check out my personal Instagram where I definitely will be sharing a lot of these photos that I recreated on there. And that's always linked down below as well, and all of me and Aline's social media. We have a Facebook page, all that jazz. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and of course don't forget to subscribe.